Let's get right into it. Number 7, asterisk, picture this. You eat something weird. Your stomach's like, maybe that second slice of gas station sushi was a mistake. Instead of waiting around for a full-blown crisis, your body goes DEFCON 1 and initiates projectile rejection. Vomiting isn't just unpleasant, it's a primal survival tactic. When your body senses toxins, when it's spoiled food, alcohol, or mysterious jungle berries, it hits the eject button hard. Your brain's chemoreceptor trigger zone, which sounds like a bad sci-fi weapon, detects poisons in your bloodstream and activates your stomach's emergency reverse gear. In extreme cases, vomiting can save your life. That time your friend threw up after drinking way too much, yeah, their body might have just spared them a trip to the ER or the morgue. And here's a fun fact, even thinking about something gross can trigger the response. That's your brain trying to preemptively stop you from eating something sketchy. It's like a disgust alarm system that sometimes goes rogue. Bottom line, when your body makes you puke, it's not being dramatic. It's being strategically gross. Number 6, you are not a bear. But your body sure wants to be one when things go south in extreme cold. Starvation or life-threatening trauma, your body can enter a weird pseudo-hibernation state. It's not exactly like a bear nap, but it's called metabolic downregulation. And it's the biological version of, I'm just gonna lie very still and hope this all blows over. Your heart rate drops, breathing slows, core temperature plummets, digestion halts. The whole system goes into low-power mode to preserve energy and prevent damage. In fact, there have been cases of people surviving hours in freezing water because their body just paused. One woman in Norway fell into icy water, was clinically dead for over an hour, and still survived with barely any brain damage. Why? Her body essentially froze before it could break. It's like the human version of a computer. Crash recovery system, except you don't remember saving any of your files. Of course, this doesn't always work. Most of the time, extreme hypothermia just kills you. But if the conditions are just right, your body might play dead well enough to stay alive. Nature's weird like that. Number 5. So, let's say food disappears. You're stuck somewhere with 0 calories and your last granola bar was 3 days ago. What does your body do? It gets weird and smart, and also kind of terrifying. Your body burns through all your glucose, basically your energy spare change. Then it raids your fat stores like a doomsday prepper in a blackout. But after a while, even fat runs out, and your body starts doing something called ketosis, which sounds like a trendy diet, but is actually just biochemical desperation. Your liver starts producing ketone bodies from fat, and suddenly your brain is running on what is essentially backup fuel. It works for a while, but if the starvation continues, your body starts digesting muscle tissue. Yep, your muscles, organs, and pretty much any available protein get turned into calories. You become your own last meal. The creepiest part, people often get a false burst of energy when they're close to the edge, something called the starvation high. It's like your body's final mic drop before total collapse. So if someone stranded in the wild suddenly gets up and says, I feel amazing, they might be 2 hours from death. Survival, where feeling good is usually a trap. Number 4, ever been so terrified you felt like time slowed down? That's not a cinematic trick, it's your brain flooding the zone with cortisol, dopamine, and a mix of other stress chemicals like it's mixing a nightmare cocktail. In survival mode, your endocrine system transforms into a very twitchy bartender. Cortisol keeps you alert, sharp, and wired. Dopamine rewards you for staying alive and other chemicals help you ignore pain, hunger, or the fact that you've been running barefoot through thorn bushes. There are even cases where people survive unsurvivable injuries because their brain simply refuses to register the damage. Soldiers, climbers, and disaster survivors have walked on broken legs, ignored shattered bones, or pulled metal out of their own skin without so much as a scream. Why? Because pain is optional when you're dying. Your body decides what matters, and it turns out your feelings aren't on the list. Number 3, you've heard of fight or flight, but you probably haven't heard of fight, flight, freeze, fawn, flop, faint, or full-blown rage, blackout. Turns out your nervous system is a bit of a drama queen when things get scary. Enter adrenaline, your body's panic button disguised as a hormone. When you're in danger, Your adrenal glands dump this chemical into your bloodstream like they're hosting a hormone rave. Your heart pounds, pupils dilate, digestion stops, and suddenly you can lift a car or outrun a bear maybe. But here's the disturbing part. While adrenaline gives you superhuman strength for a few glorious minutes, it also shuts down non-essential functions like rational thought, bladder control, and, making good decisions. Also, the aftermath, it's rough. Adrenaline crashes can leave you shaking, nauseous, or sobbing in a Waffle House bathroom at 2 a.m., not because of the hash browns, basically. Your nervous system turns you into a temporarily invincible panic gremlin, and then ghosts you when it's time to clean up. Number 2, let's talk about your circulatory system, aka the internal Uber network you never asked for. In survival mode, this system gets cutthroat. When you're in real danger, like bleeding out, freezing, or dehydrated. In the desert, your body starts prioritizing who gets blood like it's managing a VIP list at a very exclusive club. Front of the line? Heart, obviously. Lungs? Sure. Toes? Not so much. This process is called peripheral vasoconstriction, and it's a fancy term for we're not wasting precious blood on your pinkies. Your blood vessels in less essential areas like fingers, toes, and even your stomach lining tighten up to redirect all the flow to the organs that actually keep you alive. It makes sense, until your extremities start dying. Welcome to frostbite ulcers, and fun things like losing circulation to your gut, which, spoiler alert, can also kill you. But hey, at least your brain gets to stick around long enough to watch your fingers fall off. So yeah, your body will absolutely throw your limbs under the bus to protect the VIPs. It's triage on autopilot, and it doesn't care if you just bought those shoes. Number 1, if your body had a slogan during a crisis, it'd probably be, "Why waste fat when I can eat me?" When things get really bad, like stranded in the wilderness with nothing but pine cones, your body goes into survival mode and starts recycling itself. It's called autophagy, and it's a super sciencey way of saying, we're going to eat some of our own cells and hope for the best. The process is weirdly elegant and deeply horrifying. Your cells literally start digesting parts of themselves. To survive, they break down and reuse damaged or unneeded components like a biological garage sale except you're the garage. But wait, it gets better. Not only does this self-cannibalism keep you alive when calories are scarce, it's also something your body casually does all the time, like during intermittent fasting, deep sleep, or when you haven't eaten since breakfast and it's now 4 p.m. Autophagy is your body's version of we have food at home. But the food is you. And when pushed to the extreme like no food for several days, your body starts targeting the expendables, fat cells, muscles, even your organs. It's like a very polite apocalypse where each system takes a bow and exits one by one. So yes, under stress, your body starts to eat itself, and somehow that's the good news.